Well, hello, people of YouTube. It's me, Papa Santi, and I'm back to say, well, mainly to say a massive thank you to every single one of you. That includes you, and you, and you. Maybe not you. But anyway, just to say thank you, because I've reached 1,000 subscribers on the channel. I can't believe it, to be fair, that over 1,000 people has been interested to see what the crap I've been doing in the back garden. But it's much appreciated. And I've had absolutely thousands of comments from everyone, and I've tried to help you all out, and I've tried to reply to just about every comment when you've asked for advice and things like that, which I'm more than happy to do. Carry on commenting by all means, ask your questions, but I just thought I'd let you know what I'm going to do with the channel next. I'm going to do a video on cladding, putting cedar cladding on the front of my man cave. Now, if you've been watching the series, you'll probably realise that I was thinking about rendering and having it rendered the same as my house. And I've sort of got a plan in my head about what I want to do with the garden. And I think if I turn the whole garden into like a paved area, I think, and a rendered backdrop with the man cave, it might look a little bit harsh and a bit too stark. And I think by using the cedar cladding on the front of the building, it'll just soften the garden a little bit. I've done the side fencing, which I'll show you in the next video when I do the cladding. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a step-by-step guide to how to clad the building. I mean, it's not rocket science, and I'm sure you're all quite capable, but a lot of people are interested in how the cladding goes up and what you need to do. Slightly different when you're cladding to block work than if you were cladding to a timber framed building. Because it doesn't have to be quite as breathable as the timber one, because you're just basically fixing lats to the block work. But I shall do the video, and when I upload it, if you carry on subscribing, or if you haven't already subscribed, click on the subscribe button, and I'll be sure to you'll get a notification when I upload the video, and you can have a watch. And if you're new to the channel, it's the first time you've seen the video, then go back through to the beginning and watch it from the beginning. Watch the whole build, right from knocking down the original shed right through to the finishing off the man cave, which will be in the next video. Also, the reason I haven't got round to doing it as quick is, one, I've used my garden's turned into a bit of a vegetable patch, and I've been growing tomatoes up the front of the man cave because it's the area that gets the most sun. And also, as you can imagine, in lockdown, a lot of people have been doing it. I think there's been a hell of a lot of people doing their own like man caves or home bars or cinema rooms or anything. So there's been a bit of a shortage in cladding. And I've had my order. It's a bit of a backlog, and I'm waiting for the delivery, which will probably still be a couple of weeks. But not only that, I'm a builder by trade. I do a lot of landscaping, as you might have realised watching the other videos. And the with this COVID-19 coronavirus thing that we've had, I think a lot of people have sacrificed the holiday, and they're spending a lot of money on the house and the garden this year instead of going away on holiday. So as I've come back out of lockdown, whereas I wanted to crack on with my own garden at a steady pace, I've been working flat out because the business has just gone through the roof, and I'm doing 5 or 6 quotes a week easily. And as you can imagine, along with getting on with the jobs and then typing up at night, I haven't had a hell of a lot of time to crack on with my own projects. Like I said, the next job is cedar cladding the front of the man cave, and also then I'm going to landscape the back garden. So you'll watch videos on how to lay porcelain flagstones, drainage, because there'll be some underground drainage to deal with, artificial grass, and then I'm going to work around the front of my house, and I've got my driveway to then excavate and redo my driveway, so that's my whole property complete then. It's been a 15-year project from start to finish. But I just wanted to put this video out just to say thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. It's much appreciated, and please carry on viewing, liking, and enjoying what I do. And like I say, any questions that you've got throughout any of my builds of any of the projects I've got ongoing, just send us a question in and I'll do my best. I think I've just about answered everybody's questions as they've come in. And like I said, the original idea is also take the camera to work and film a little bit of what we do at work, but I'm so busy at work I just haven't got time to stand around talking to the camera, so I do apologise, but that eventually that will come. So then you'll start seeing more builds, extensions, driveways, gardens, patios, everything, you name it, we seem to be able to do it these days. So I just want to say thanks a lot, and I'll see you soon. Also, I didn't quite mention it, but I'd be interested in your comments. If you want to put a comments in the whatever it's called, in the box below, a comment box below, about what you reckon about cladding or rendering, whether you'd prefer to see it rendered or cladded. Not that I'm bothered what you want, because it's my house, I'm going to do it my way, but I'd be interested to get an opinion, because at the minute the cedar cladding, it's quite on trend, but I do quite like me rendered front of my house. But I just think, like I was saying earlier in the video, I just think that it'll look a little bit too stark if I do just render it. But I'd be quite happy to hear your opinions, and I'd be quite happy to. I don't know if I can see any of your photos. A few people have messaged me a few links, but on what you've done yourselves and what you decided to clad your own buildings with. I did think at one bit of using the PVC fascia board, and doing it in like a grey, but I've painted my fence panels grey, and I think it's just too much grey then. So I'm thinking a nice Western red cedar, with a nice UV oil protection on it, just to highlight the colours in the wood. I think it'll really soften the garden. But again, I'll leave it with you. So I look forward to reading your comments, and hopefully if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Catch you later.